everyone, and welcome to Inside the Garage. I am Nisa.
And I'm Merve. We are so excited to have you here today. If you're wondering what the garage is, well, it's not where we park our cars. It's where we build our futures. We are both students at Alp Oguz Anatolian High School in Aliya, Turkey, but more importantly for this podcast, we are the garage entrepreneurs.
Exactly. We spent a huge chunk of our time at the Garage Alp Oguz Entrepreneurship Center. And it's Turkey's first and only officially registered high school level incubation center. And today we want to give you an insider's look at what it's actually like to be a high school student running a startup.
You know, Nisa, when I tell people outside of the school what we do, they usually look at me like I'm crazy. They say, wait, you're in high school. Shouldn't you just be studying for university entrance exams? And yes, we do that too, but Garage Alp Oguz has completely changed our perspective. It started back in 2018 as Project Lab with just 16 students in a library long before we even joined. Now it's this massive, officially recognized ecosystem.
It really is an ecosystem. We aren't just a club that meets once a week and talk about ideas. We are a professional social enterprise. We have a board, we have incredible mentors, and we are surrounded by other student startups. It's like living in a mini Silicon Valley right inside our school. The whole philosophy here is that we shouldn't just consume technology. We need to produce it and create value from it.
And that's the core of being a garage entrepreneur. We are given the space to experiment, to fail, which happens a lot, by the way, and to learn from those failures. We are actively preparing for the future right now.
So, what does our daily life look like in the garage? People hear terms like Industry 4.0 and think of massive factories. But for us, it's our everyday reality. Mary, you spent a lot of time in the R&D section. How would you describe our setup?
It's literally a tech playground. We have 3D printers constantly running. When we have an idea for a physical product, we don't just sketch it on paper. We use CAD software to design it and then we print it. That's additive manufacturing in action. We are learning how to turn digital concepts into physical realities within hours.
And it's not just the physical stuff. We are deep into the Internet of Things lot. We use Arduino and piano sets to build smart systems. We connect sensors, collect data, and automate processes. It sounds complicated, but when you are actually doing it, building a mini smart city model or automated greenhouse, it makes total sense. We are learning the language of the future here.
But the garage isn't just about playing with cool gadgets. The education we receive is intense and interdisciplinary. Through the Garage Entrepreneurs program, we learn how to code. Sure, but we also learn how to build a business model canvas. We learn how to pitch our ideas, how to manage our time, which is crucial when you're balancing school and the startup. And we discuss entrepreneurial ethics too.
That's the key difference. We aren't just learning to be engineers, we are learning to be founders. We talk to look at a piece of technology and ask, who needs this? How does this solve a real problem? And how can we make it sustainable?
And we aren't doing this alone. The energy in the garage is amazing because we are surrounded by other teams doing incredible things. Take quantum trading, for example.
Oh, quantum trading is brilliant. They are part of the Young AHI project. They literally took an old physics labs in our school and turned it into a full functioning e-commerce center. They have their own website, they handle logistics with major cargo companies, and they sell personalized products.
What I love about them is how they blend the traditional Ahi culture, which is all about honesty, quality, and community in business, with modern digital commerce. They are providing that you can be a fast paced tech company while still holding on to strong ethical roots.
Then there is Level Up, which is a platform our friends built for young athletes to showcase their skills to professional clubs, and Mindset, an app focused on time management. The coolest thing about Mindset is their succession plan. When the founders graduate, they hand the project over to younger students in the garage. It ensures the project lifestyle. It's a real corporate culture.
Seeing our friends succeed like this is so motivating. It creates this healthy competition, but also a massive support network. If we have a coding issue, we can ask the mindset team. If we need advice on marketing, we talk to quantum trading. We are all garage entrepreneurs and we lift each other up.
Which brings us to our own startup, in Lyon. Mary, do you remember how this all started for us?
Vividly, we were sitting in the garage surrounded by all this amazing technology, but we noticed something else. We noticed how stressed everyone was. The exam anxiety, the constant pressure to succeed, the inability to focus because our phones are always buzzing. We realized that while we were building smart machines, we were neglecting our own minds.
Exactly. We saw our friends struggling to express how they felt, feeling overwhelmed by the expectations. We realized that mental well being was a massive, unaddressed problem in our environment. So we decided to use our entrepreneurial skills to tackle it. That's how Inlion was born.
The name in Lion means a lot to us. In is for the internal potential we all have. Lie stands for the layers of our emotional development, and own represents the ongoing process of growth. We didn't want to just create a quick fix, we wanted a holistic approach.
As the general manager, my focus was on the big picture. But Mary, you really drove the R&D. How did we develop the inline technique?
We focused on three main pillars. First, focusing. We researched neuro exercises to help students train their brains to minimize distractions. Second, anxiety management. We looked into science based mindfulness techniques to help our peers regulate their emotions, especially before exams. And third, expression skills. We created models to help students articulate their thoughts and build confidence in public speaking.
And it's working! We recently held our first pilot workshop at Ala Middle School, standing there teaching these techniques to younger students and seeing the aha moment in their eyes. It was incredible. It validated everything we have been working on.
We've had some great milestones too. Reaching the quarterfinals in the Gençbiz High School Entrepreneurship Program was a huge boost for our team. Ali Anil, Kusai, Arda, Hajar, and us. It proved that our social innovation has a real value.
But we couldn't have done it without the Garage ecosystem, the mentorship we received, the events like our lesson is technology meetings. where we meet industry leaders and even do 35 minutes in garage, micro training stations during lunch. It all shapes us.
And the garage teaches us to look beyond ourselves. The sustainable future and zero waste movement here at school reminds us that technology must serve the planet. This is where we transition from Industry 4.0 to Industry 5.0, focusing on human-centric and sustainable innovation. Lion fits perfectly into this vision. We are using entrepreneurial frameworks to solve human problems.
So, what's next for Inlion? We are currently working on developing an AI-supported mindfulness application. We want to use technology to make our techniques accessible to students everywhere, allowing them to track their mental development personally.
We also want to take Inlion to international entrepreneurship fairs. We want to show the world that high school students from Aliyah can create solutions with global impact. And for Garage Alp Oguz, the dream is to see this incubation model spread to high schools all over Turkey.
Because if we can do this, if we can build startups, manage teams, and create real impact while still in the high school, imagine what the next generation can do if they are given the same opportunities.
So everyone listening, whether you're a student feeling overwhelmed or an educator looking for new ways to inspire, we hope our story shows you what's possible. The future isn't something you wait for, it's something you build, layer by layer.
Thank you for joining us inside the garage. Keep innovating, keep taking care of your minds, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.